to the Huskers Illustrated Radio Show. Here's Chris Schmidt and Nick Hanley.
Great to have you back in. Huskers Illustrated Radio, presented by the Nebraska Lottery. Chris Schmidt, Nick Hanley, Lincoln Sports Authority, ESPN 1480 News Talk 900 in Columbus. Brad Edwards, ESPN Radio. Part of national championship coverage. LSU Bama coming up here in 1 hour. Pat Jones, former Oklahoma State head coach, college football analyst, with us at 5:20. But welcome in. Part of the Nebraska recruiting class, reaffirmed his commitment to Nebraska. Jordan Westerkamp, standout wideout out of Illinois, taking a few minutes with us here. Jordan, congratulations. Hope you're doing well. Tell us about the stress level you've had the last several months, and take us through that.
First off, thank you, and I really appreciate you having me on the show. But the stress level. I mean, it was pretty stressful. Having everybody pretty much tell you their own opinions. But I knew at the end of the day, I had to follow my heart and do what I wanted to do, not what other people wanted me to do. And I just knew Nebraska from the get-go. I love Nebraska. I love everything about it. So I took that visit to Notre Dame. I really felt like I had to, just to be 100% sure. And I took it, and then I just had to think about everything. And then I had my All-Star game come up, so I kind of put things to the side a little bit. But I was able to make a decision, and I'm 100% Husker. I'm staying committed, and I'm just really excited to finally have this all done, and now I can just start to work forward and just get ready to come in there and hopefully start as early as possible and be a full-time Husker.
Jordan, just to kind of let Husker fans know, and I know they're minds are kind of put to ease right now hearing you on the show and knowing that you're fully with Nebraska. But I guess when you did take the visit to Notre Dame, how uncertain were you after leaving South Bend that you might want to consider Notre Dame?
I mean, I took the visit, and it was just a lot to consider. Notre Dame, it's a great place. It's a great, a lot of good opportunities there. But at the end of the day, I just love Nebraska, and that was my deciding point. I just, people will always say, go with your heart, and I'm going with my heart, and I love Nebraska, so that was my deciding point.
Jordan Westerkamp with us here, Huskers Illustrated Radio, verbal commit to Nebraska, part of the 2012 class. Coach Fisher, describe your relationship with him and also Coach Garrison. You also obviously got to see him meet Coach Pelini, but they were the last two Nebraska coaches you had in your living room were Fisher and Garrison. Talk about that conversation.
Those guys are great. I love those guys, and they came to my house pretty much every week. When they were allowed to and things like that. But Coach Fisher, I talked to him as much as possible, and Coach Garrison, obviously is a recruiting coordinator. Coach Fisher is a receiver coach. But, when their last visit they came here, they just basically retouched on everything that they've been telling me about, where the direction of the offense with the passing and, where I could fit and, how I can come in and, be a great help right away and just, get the ball in many different ways. So, I mean, that's basically what they touched upon, their last time they were here.
Jordan, it seems like everybody talking and looking at this situation, it's interesting you say everybody's going to give you their opinion on this, and a lot of people were saying that Nebraska should be worried because of Notre Dame's offense. They throw the ball around a little bit more, and maybe an offense that would be, I guess, a little bit more fun to be in as far as getting the numbers, getting the catches, and things like that. What about this Nebraska offensive system do you see that you fit into maybe a little bit better than Notre Dame?
I believe in Nebraska, and I believe in what the coaches were telling me, and what the direction they're going in with the offense, with the passing, and how much more it will be put into as the years go on. It was their first year, kind of switching over to this more pass type offense, and I just believe in what they're going to do. I believe in Coach Beck and Coach Fisher and Coach Garrison and Coach Pelini, everybody on that staff, and I just can't wait to be a part of it.
Jordan Westerkamp with us here, Huskers Illustrated Radio. Jordan's got a workout he's going to hit, so we got a few more minutes left. Jordan, how did you deal with not only the recruiting hype and the, I don't want to call it noise out there, but just, you mentioned the pressure, but also being undecided or having several schools knocking on your door still, and also, by the way, putting up with 3 defensive backs draped all over you? I mean, it had to be, you were juggling a lot, man.
Yeah, it was a lot, but it comes with the whole process. It's part of it, and you just have to find a way to deal with it, and that's what I did. And yeah, I know at the end of the day, Nebraska is a place for me, and I just went with my heart. I love Nebraska. I keep saying it over and over again, but that's what it was. I just love Nebraska. How
did Mom take the decision? Because did she attend Notre Dame? Is that right?
Yeah, no, she didn't go to Notre Dame, but she's a fan of it. I have a couple family members that were fans of Notre Dame, but they want what's best for me, and they know that I love Nebraska, and they're happy for me. They're 100% behind me in it.
Jordan, going forward as you get ready for your freshman year, I guess, and it's probably, maybe you haven't given it a whole lot of thought right now, but I guess just the initial things you'd like to do when you first get there. I'm sure you want to be in the starting lineup, but I guess just talk about the growth that you'd like to see as you get into college football and some of the challenges that you look forward to.
Yeah, I just look forward to the whole process of the transition from high school to college. I feel like I've been playing high school football for 10 years, but I can't wait to take to the next level and show people that I can play football.
Jordan, we'll let you get out of here real quick though. How are you keeping busy during non-football season? Tell us about how you're keeping your body right, the workouts you're going through, and other sports you might be doing.
Yeah, I don't participate in any other sports. I'm just a football guy, but I do off-season training. Like I'm working out every other day of the week, and then on off days, I'm going to this turf field kind of close to my house, and I'm running around playing catch with my dad and some of my teammates from my team. So I try to stay active as much as possible.
Jordan, when you look at just everything that's kind of taken place with this whole process and I guess the excitement and maybe the stress with it, when you look at just going forward now, I know it has to be a relief, but as far as just the process, is it something that you're glad, though, you got a chance to go through as far as just the ups and downs of it?
Oh, yeah, it's an unbelievable experience, and I've been so fortunate to have the schools that have talked to me, and I've had such a first-year high school career, and to be able to go through this and have all these opportunities, it's just unbelievable. I'm so thankful for that. I wouldn't. I don't regret any of it. So I'm just so glad. Now I get to move forward. I'm solid to Nebraska, and I get to move forward, and everything I do now is gonna, affect Nebraska. So I'm so excited for it.
Standout wideout, Illinois, Jordan Westerkamp with us here, Huskers Illustrated Radio. Can follow Jordan on Twitter at Jordan Westy, WESTY 81. Jordan, have a good workout. Thanks for a few minutes. We'll do it again. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
First hit. Jordan Westerkamp with us here. He was very nice to accommodate us. You can imagine the calls that have been going crazy all day today with his announcement, his tweet, GBR, Go Big Red, and just a solid dude.
Yeah, I'd say very impressive. Yeah.
Very impressive. You just listen to somebody talking. You look at Nebraska's recruits the last several years under Coach Bo, and he's getting guys that are extremely well-spoken. They're very thoughtful. The selfishness just isn't there, sometimes you get a diva white out on the radio.
Right.
You hear national, NFL guys, right? You can hear the meanness in their voice. And Jordan's a guy that's just extremely happy. You heard him say that John Garrison was the recruiting coordinator. That's not been announced by the university or by Bo, but we'll take Jordan's word on it. And I think John's a good guy that moving forward with that makes sense. And people kind of snickered at Coach Fisher, the golf academy guy, right?
Yeah.
But dude knows how to eyeball talent. Tariq Allen's one of his recruits from the eastern part of the United States last year that kind of blew up things as a practice squad guy.
Yeah,
or as a scout team guy is what I meant to say. Point is I like what Fish is doing.
What's great to hear, too, during that interview is that you asked about his mom being a big Notre Dame fan, and we didn't see a Landon Collins situation with the mom publicly saying, "Oh no, LSU is for me. LSU number one." How by the way, classless can a mother be? Did she get a pay cut if he went to Alabama? If he went to Alabama, I'm good for Jordan's mom to support him, even though she was a fan, because some mothers don't always do that, and we saw that with Landon Collins when he made his commitment to Alabama during the Under Armour game. I was like, come on. Really, what, did they promise you more money? Geez.
I was talking off air to Jordan, too, and I was like, how did you deal with, literally, and he was not BSing me here, there's 3 guys that would line up on him. Now, you do the math there, and there's other guys open, but apparently not when you catch the ball 90 times for 1,700 yards and 29 touchdowns. Playmaker, great attitude, great kid. Best of luck to him. And you'll be able to rehear that interview, of course, on HuskersIllustrated.com. We'll take caller number 9. Caller 9 right now gets you a 4-pack to get into that super party. 4-pack super party happens February 5th. 466-3776. 466-3776 or 800-825-5865. 4-pack right now. Did I say caller 9? Is that what I said?
That's what
My
you said,
mind's
yeah.
slipping.
You said
Thank
9,
you.
yeah.
Pies and Pints, the place to be. Caller 9 right now. Your chance to get in with T.O. Haas, ESPN 1480, the Nebraska Lottery. The super party going on. Caller 9 with Huskers Illustrated Radio.
To the